So we're here with Muzz after a 0-0 result at Tonbridge. Thoughts? Not much to talk about, really.
Still standing disappointed. I'm sure their manager probably feels the same. I think the game just lacked real quality for both sides, to be fair, in the final third, in the opposite box. I think there was half chances for both sides throughout the game, and both sides will probably be saying the same, that we got our preparation right in terms of defensively, and they'll probably think they got theirs right as well. It was just the other end of the pitch where we needed to show a bit of calmness, a bit of quality. We just lacked. But look, to take a positive out of it, it's another clean sheet, which is a massive positive in this league. It's the second clean sheet on the trot, and it's another point on the board. So to start with 2 wins, two draws, that's really positive for this football club, and I think we've got to take that. Yes, there was frailties in our performance in the final third, but would we have taken a point before we come here? Probably. Did we get anything here last year? No. So these are the things that we have to turn around from last season, and I'm going to go away and say to the lads, we have done that, and we've improved from last season. Got a point on the road. Get ready for Monday.
Yeah, you mentioned about we didn't get anything here last year. So how much do you look at the games ahead, what we got against them last year and going against this year?
Yeah, I think it's important if you want to improve, because when you play the top, the full-time teams, and there's enough of them now, or the predicted who you believe on paper will make your top 7. They're games that let's go into them and let's try our best, and we'll go to every game and try and win. But these are the games where we believe we're in that same sort of pool, in the same little mini league, if you want to say. And these are the ones we want to try and get positive results from. And last year we done quite well in the bigger games, but struggled in the mini league games where we probably didn't pick up enough points. Whether that was mentality, whether that was quality, whatever that may have been, we feel we've corrected that. We hope we've corrected it, and try and put that right. So that's key. And again, like I said, it's a positive to come here, pick up a point on the road with a clean sheet.
So we've got a quick turnaround till Monday. Did any of today's preparations or substitutions play in your mind with what's going to go ahead with Monday?
Not really, if I'm honest, because we're just going to play this game and deal with what we have to deal with body-wise for Monday. Of course, we're in a real fortunate position at the moment. We've got a very, very good squad. We've got 3 or 4 not even making the squad that have got a lot of appearances at this level. So I think that shows the fortunate position we're in and how well this club has built their squad. And it's something now. Giles, we finished today. We'll be first thing on tomorrow. We'll be looking at Hampton, and we'll be putting a plan together to try and go and get a positive result at home. And for that, will our thinking be about someone playing 90 minutes or big minutes 48 hours before? Maybe. Maybe for some of the lads that have had big minutes. But it won't be too big, because I think we're going to go and try and win the game. So as long as we believe that individual can get through the game, that's what we'll be doing.
So one thing we've not discussed, we've had a change this year with 7 on the bench, which we can use 5. Big advantage for clubs like us, or not?
I think there's a real vast opinion, shall we say, on this, because when you've got big resources, naturally your 7 subs on paper are going to be of higher quality. Their CVs will show that they've played at a higher level potentially. But that's got to be used right. So we believe within our resources we use it right, and we've got, like I said, a very strong squad where we are now looking around and we've got 7 strong subs. And like today, we had 2 out of the squad, 3 out of the squad, which again, like I said, have multiple appearances at the level. So I think it helps personally, and I'm hoping I'm going to be right, in times, because we will have our difficult periods, Giles. We're not going through that injury period at the moment. Yes, we are only 4 games in, but I think by this time last year we had maybe a sending off, and we had, definitely a couple more injuries. So that time will come. It's down to me and JD and the club to manage that and keep the boys around and make sure their fitness levels are at a standard that needs to be to play at this level. Because I would say being out of the team is not easy, because then when you come into the team, you really have to be ready, because if you're not ready, it's a slippery slope, because you will stand out as if you are not ready. And I think we've got the right lads here off the pitch. They'll look after themselves. All the subs have been putting a real shift in there at the end, so they'll be ready if called upon for Monday.
So 8 points from 4 games. I said to JD the other day, is this above what you expected for this time of the year? But what do you say to those that say, oh, Chesham, second season syndrome, they'll be down the bottom?
Yeah, I think, you look at all the predictions, and I had many sent to me that, we're bottom of most predictions. Whereas me, I embrace that, and I think these boys have got to embrace that. And, people's opinion of where we're going to finish, I don't really care, to be honest. That's why we love the game. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. We've not set our targets on anything. Our target is the next game, and that's Monday. So let's prepare right, do the things that we need to do off the pitch. The boys will do the same, and then come 3 o'clock on Monday, we'll be ready to try and go and get 3 points.
So, talking of Monday, what thoughts ahead of Monday's game, Hampton at home?
Yeah, I think we'll be in a position that we're going to be playing another possession-based team. A team that are going to be full of energy, a team that are going to, love control of the football. So it's going to be very important, again, that we prepare properly in terms of our out of possession stuff, and the players that do play for us know their jobs, because yes, we lack quality in the final third today, but when you come to places like this that love to control the football and they have loads of rotations, if you have someone that doesn't get it out of possession, you will eventually get hurt. And although I'm disappointed in that final third today, it's key that the boys that did play, they've done a real important job off the ball when we didn't have it, and that'll be no different to anyone that steps in them shoes. That's got to be a given when you play teams that hold the ball. But then what we're asking for is we're set up right, we're ready. When we turn the ball over, when we have our spells, we then need to find the quality to try and go and get 3 points. And if that means that someone's changed, and there's a couple of changes for Monday, then they're up, and then they've got to make sure they get it out of possession. But in possession, can they find that bit of quality that we lack today?